Episode 4. Last time I read the entirety of this selection and then only had time to analyze the first sentence. I'll read the whole thing again so you can practice your Latin pronunciation and then analyze the second sentence. Sunt tamen haud parum multi qui priore de Eucharistia commentario sic moti sunt, ut rem planissimam in considerationem admisserent, qui pridem aures obstinatius quam incantatione observabant, iis hoc subsidium mittitur, ut quod superioribus propter operis celerem, ac tumultuariam promulgationem Dei est, hic ex parte sarciatur, partem enim alii praestabunt. Nevertheless, he says, there are by no means too many who are so moved, or were so moved, I should say, by my earlier commentary on the Eucharist, that as a result, they allowed into their contemplation, or they took under consideration, a matter that was very, very clear, planissimam, superlative, to which fact, that is, rem, indeed, they were bolting or locking their ears more carefully, more stubbornly, than they would to a magical charm, incantatione, these both being dative, qui and incantatione, as the indirect object of the imperfect verb observabant. Now he continues, to these persons, this is masculine, plural, and dative, to these persons, this, that's hoc, this aid or subsidium is submitted or is sent forward, meaning the present work. So that, in order that, this is a purpose clause, I take it, and then we have after the ut a subordinate, namely quod through Dei est, namely so that the thing which was missing in the earlier, or missing for the earlier persons, the previous persons, why did they find something lacking in his earlier work? Well, it is propter, because of the promulgationem, the publication of the work, namely, it was a celerem and tumultuariam publication, or promulgationem. So the swift and stormy publication of that work, meaning his earlier work on the Eucharist, was for that reason propter, that something was found to be missing in those earlier attempts. And I think that superioribus here means earlier persons who read the work. They found something lacking, and he says it was lacking because of the hasty and stormy nature of its publication. So this is going to be rectified by the current work, the Subsidium, which is submitted to them, hoc, so that here, that is in the present work, partly sarciatur, it might be patched up. Now sarciatur is the present subjunctive passive of the fourth conjugation verb sarcio, sarcire. So the present work will partly make up for the lack of the earlier work. That's what ex parte means. And indeed, in fact, others will provide the other portion. I think this is other works that he has in mind will provide the other portion that's missing from his earlier efforts on the Eucharist. Here's a nice tourist map which shows the location of Zurich in Switzerland. Of course, there were fewer buses in Zwingli's time.